Certified music. Yeah, I'm over again. Right now, I'm in a equal with me on for the hillside. Liberian boy going in. Don't check me because I'm grown now. I'm hustling for my oma. Just open your ear and listen. I hotter than Arizona. I shine it like California. My love is for who will love me. This world can be so ugly, but we stand tall. All for one and one for all. And I will call you when it is time to ball. I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise you. I promise, I promise you. I promise, I promise you.
Hey there, pretty people, hope you're having a good day. Never let the negativity ever get in your way. Who's that? Looking in the mirror, you're beautiful. Jersey girl, but I did the road so I can grow. It's Tiale, I make the boys Larry. No fighting in the party. Man, I'm not here to marry. Hey, no party that let it fight. We dancing to not to let the DJ that superstar refusing to let us rest. Hey, no party that let it fight. We dancing to not to let the DJ that superstar refusing to let us rest. It's Tiale.
Hey girl,
Hey boy,
hey girl,
hey boy,
hey girl.
hey boy, hey hey, we dancing to not to let the DJ that superstar refusing to let us rest.
Don't check me because I'm grown now. I'm hustling for my oma. Just open your ear and listen. I hotter than Arizona. Came through looking swagged up.
Hey,
Certified with the cash up.
oh boy,
Talking about who did what.
so what, so what?
Came through looking swagged up.
Hey,
Certified with the cash up.
oh boy,
Talking about who did what.
so what, 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 so what? Hey, 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 certified music.
business, Beauty's Boutique. This is my brother Damon, this is Damani, and they come and help me out every other weekend. I am out here in Roger Williams Park across the street from the tennis court every other weekend. Saturday and Sunday, mostly every single Saturday for the summer, throughout the summer. So this is my small shop. I sell lashes, suitcases with waist beads, lip gloss, lashes, hand link bracelets, waist beads, the lash pouches, I'm making bracelets right now at this moment. I just made 4. And I have a whole bunch of waist beads in this box right here. These are scrunchies. Literally, I have a whole bunch of varieties. Baby bracelets, this is what they look like. Healing bracelets, that's what they look like. And that's pretty much what I sell.
Good morning. Welcome to Tony Commander, J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. Woke up this morning to what have you. Another day in Liberia. Come what may. Survival of the fittest. Who's in charge? It's so sad the way our country is going. The way things in our country are moving along, not in the best interest of people, not in the best interest of our country, not in the best interest of anything that is worthwhile to the Liberian people. Why? Let's look at my topic for this morning. President George Weah Regime's investigations of criminal acts involving his officials are as his Buga Dancing, way down, low, low, low. 2, Liberia's Patriots. Our 1980 People's Revolution was only suspended. The time of the Liberian people, again, is now. Rise. Let me take a coffee break and we'll discuss these issues in detail. How are you? Could you tell us your full name and when you got into business here?
Yes, my name is Raphael Leslie. We started a business, actually started in Boston first, and we expand here for about maybe 5 to 6 months now, and we finally gravitate into the community. We having a few different variety of customer coming in, trying our food, which we get good feedback. So we've been doing all right. We like the community, and we hope the community will support us.
Good. It's good to hear you get support.
Yes,
so you're going to be on my show. What message do you have for people who will watch you?
Well, I would say Raphael's restaurant is actually one of the best around Massachusetts, and if you wish to get good tasting food, preferably like oxtail, curry goat, and jerk chicken, it's here at 568 Broad Street, Rhode Island, Providence. Come on down and enjoy some of the great Caribbean food.
Thank you very much, Raphael.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Tony Commander Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. This morning, I'm at the Black Business Association. And before me is the founder and CEO, Miss Lisa Wrangling. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Chesson. Thank you so much for being here with us. We are so excited when you come through these doors. It's always so refreshing to see you and to welcome you to the Rhode Island Black Business Association. And of course, I am your awesome friend, Miss Lisa Wrangling, founder and CEO of this great organization we go by and call REBA.
Lisa, tell us about REBA.
Yeah, REBA is an organization. Can you imagine? We're going on 12 years old. Rhode Island Black Business Association was founded to create opportunities and build community through business development. And we support small businesses. We help them with access to capital, access to technical assistance for them to grow and thrive and create jobs. And we know when businesses are creating jobs, they actually hire real people. We are moving people from poverty to sustainability. It's a win-win for all of us. In addition, we offer a 7-month leadership development training program that is geared towards high-performing professionals. Again, in Rhode Island, we know that we're hearing people are saying we can't find people of color, black and brown leaders. Well, in partnership with University of Rhode Island and the Department of Labor and Training, we are offering a 7-month leadership development training program that is going to impact companies out there. So any company that wants to diversify their workforce, they need to connect with the Rhode Island Black Business Association. We can help them with their talent development, their pipeline program. Right now, we have over 50 professionals that will be starting in the next cohort in the fall, in October. And again, this is a program that is funded by DLT and in partnership with University of Rhode Island. We are changing the face of leadership in Rhode Island. In addition, we have several other programs. The microloan program, which grants loan anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. And we have a forgivable loan program up to $5,000. You can find us on web, www.ri-bba.org, or you can call the office at 401-383-1179. We look forward to servicing you. Join us.
What message do you have for the people?
Well, we have our upcoming gala coming up October 28th. Friday, October 28th, it will be at the Omni. Tickets will go on sale. Early bird tickets will go on sale very shortly. Connect us, and we look forward to servicing you and having a good time this fall.
Thank you very much, Lisa.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We look forward to talking with you again soon.
Alrighty. Take care. Stay blessed.
Bye-bye. Well, it's good to be back. Let's discuss this issue in our country today. With this sanction that has been imposed on our government officials by the United States of America and the behavior of our president toward these people who have been sanctioned. Do you know that we keep talking about America, America? If we're in America right now, George Weah might be facing criminal charges under the RICO Act. You know what the RICO Act is? That was the same RICO Act that got Body Cianci in Rhode Island. They couldn't find nothing on him. But everybody under him got convicted, got arrested, tried, went to jail. So how will all your lieutenants get arrested and go to jail for massive corruption and stealing, and you at the top know nothing about it? It's impossible. How all the people under you will be so nasty and dirty, corrupt, and stealing? They'll be treacherous rogues, and you will be sitting at the top, drinking with these people every day, eating with them every day, having kitchen cabinet meeting with them every day, and you don't know about their actions? You don't know about the stealing? You know. And that's how they convicted Bodisiansi in Rhode Island. Because everybody around him got convicted, except him. And yet he's not sitting there pretty. And the federal government said, no, you cannot be that pretty, boy. You can't be that pretty. All the people around you got dirt on their faces, and you sitting down there clean as a whistle, no dirt. No. You can't white picking. You got to go to jail. You're convicted. You're convicted. And this is the same thing in Liberia. There is no way these people on this board that you people are looking at will rob our country blind, have so much power as the president, and he doesn't know about the criminal behaviors and the stealing that go on in our country. That is impossible. And let me tell you, I don't care what George Weah writes in response to Elliot Cummings. I have a problem with Elliot Cummings too. But what Elliot Cummings said in that letter, or what he said in his statement on YouTube and Facebook or all the media, is correct. It's correct. All the investigations we have done for criminal activities in our country have gotten us nowhere. No solution. What happened to the result of our auditors that were killed? What's the result of that investigation? The 3 children that got missing that they say George Weah used their kidneys and body parts. What happened to them? What happened to all the people that are getting missing in our country? Every morning, we see little children dead, here and there, raped, murder, the body parts missing. What happened to all these people? This is not civilized living, my people. This is not a wholesome, functioning society. Under any condition, it's not. For your people to be so petrified that they got to take upon themselves a curfew. Everybody in Liberia on a curfew now. They say people going to bed at 6 o'clock. That's a curfew. That's a curfew. If whether you want it or not, if you form a habit to go to bed at a certain time because of your safety or because of any reason that is relative to your well-being, that's a curfew. Because that's why they impose curfews, to maintain order and discipline in society. When things are disrupted, when there's unrest, violence, you issue a curfew. Keep people off the streets, keep people home, curtail the violence. So if people in Liberia are going home at 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock, that means we have no night left, no night life. That's not wholesome. That's not a function in society. People can't be going to bed at 7 o'clock, old people. Are you kidding me? What happened to the businesses in the country? They got day businesses and they got night businesses. Some people do night businesses. What happened to that businesses? If everybody going to bed at 7 o'clock, there can be no night businesses in the country. So right there, half of our economy is in the toilet because our government cannot maintain peace and security in the country. Right there. Half of our society is there. Half of our business community is dead. And all these things impact not only our presence, our present time, but our future as well. It impacts because if the businesses close at night, that means all the people that invest in night businesses got to close their businesses down. They will lose. Some of those businesses will never come back. And most of the business we have in the day may not be sufficient enough to meet the needs of the people in the country. These are all the things that impact bad leadership, bad governance, bad direction, bad decisions, bad judgment of the leadership of our country. It impacts us bad. And We cannot keep looking for bad things against the government. No, our government is bad enough. Next year, we're going to election. Are we going to go with these same people? Are we going to carry the same team again to put before our people for another term? Just that idea itself is not fair to us. These people robbing us, depleting our resources, our natural and human resources, depleting and destroying it. Now, without any punishment, without any review of their behaviors or their actions or their leadership, we're going to take them again and put them before the Liberian people and say they're competent to run again for another 6 years or whatever years they run for. That's not fair to us. It's not right to us. And that's why it is important that our systems of law, order, discipline, civil society, functional society, all these things got to come back for us to realize what our society and country is really like. Right now, we don't know it. Everything is so debacle, just broken down in our country, man. The human resources, the activity, the nightlife, the social life, everything just broken down in our country, man. It's broken down because when the people cannot live free, the people cannot travel free, the people cannot have access to their wealth and resources in our country, and only a few people continue to enjoy it from the day I was born until now. A few people just continue to enjoy the wealth of our country when the masses of our people are left to fend for themselves and pay taxes too. So why are we paying taxes to this government? Because that's why we pay taxes. We pay taxes so the government can be able to make things easier for us in our country. We have access to good schools. We're paying taxes, not for people to be taking our money and using it to build private schools. So every government official got private school. How can our country live? Right there is a sign of corruption. How can every government official have a school and their schools are better than our public schools? It's not right, man. It's not right. Everything is broken down in our country. Everything is broken down on the principle of greed and corruption and negative living. It's not good for our society. We got to reel all these people in. We got to investigate, not George Weah investigation. You all got to do a Patriots Chesson investigation. Because I don't trust nobody in my country. If I want things to be done right in my country, I got to conduct the investigation myself. I got to conduct the investigation. Because if I want to get down to the nitty-gritty truth of what happened in my country, I can't trust people to investigate it. I got to get in there and investigate it myself and see what's the issue and the problem and write it down, put it in a report so everybody can read it and understand what's the issue with our country. What's the issue with our criminal justice system? What's the issue with our society that our people still cannot follow laws and rules and order? They're still following individuals. But can you blame the people? Or should we blame our leaders and the erudite people within our society, the educated people, erudite? Or should we blame them? Who should we blame for the mess our country in the day? Who should we blame? Because somebody got to be responsible. Somebody got to be able to answer for us and tell us why our country is like this. Why there's still unaccountability of our resources and wealth. After so many people have died, man, nearly 1 million people have died from 1980 to this day. Nearly 1 million Liberians, if not from violence, it's from diseases, simple diseases, rape, ritualistic killings, these things that can be prevented. Why are our people still dying from it? Then our president come and tell us we must go and buy CCTV. This is a slap in the face and an insult to the Liberian people. We pay you our taxes, man. Even the poor people in the hut that still paying hot taxes or whatever, they have a right to representation, to good protection and good governance. Our country was now all of this. The stealing was there, the corruption was there, but Liberia was safe. Liberians were not going after each other to kill each other. Everything broke down after 1980. Yes, but instead of fixing it now, it's getting worse. And this is not reality, man. This is some bad dream, nightmare. How we come from killing our people, fighting for change and direction and good leadership and good governance. Then after 40 years, nothing getting good in our country. Nothing has fixed. Everything just broken down, and getting worse. People coming and stealing, enriching themselves and their family and leaving our country and going and coming back and walking around like they never committed any crime in our country. Like they like every other citizen in the country who just striving to survive. These people, it's not right. It's not right. It's insanity for people to just steal from us and we let them go and they come back in our society after they have used their money and become broke and again, like George Weah, he had football money. He went and came and lavished in Liberia, got broke, came back home broke to steal government money. How long will we do this till we can't continue to do this? We owe it to ourselves in the time for us to change our country. It's now. But first, there are two things we must do, my people. Two things we need to do to change our society. One, we have to change our mentalities. We've got to understand, first of all, that as patriots, we have a duty to our country and not to anybody else. To Liberia, not to our mom, not to our pa, not to our brothers, our sisters. We have a duty to our country. We can be guided by our family because our family are usually the first people that bring us to life, that show us discipline, that show us education, that show us everything about life. We grew up in our family, in the house, or our mother and father. So sometimes all of us gravitate towards their ideal or choice of leadership, party, everything. We follow them. So usually you have households voting certain way, being Democrats or Republicans, lifelong. Nothing wrong with that. But that doesn't stop you from standing up for what is right and truth. Look at Liz Cheney. She's a typical example of what I'm talking about. Representative Liz Cheney, and former Cheney wife, who just got voted out of the Republican Party, and she vowed to go after Trump because she has a belief. She has a core system of belief, and that will not be shaken by anybody, not by her love for the president, not by her love for the party, not by her love for any other person. Principles. And she vowed to fight because she believed in something. Now look at today, we got people in our society that believe in things too, and we got to respect them. Did you see Mike Jabate making his statement today? That's a man who believes in something. Whether you like him or not, he's a man that believes in something. And when he pisses off, he doesn't care. He will let you know how he feels. And we all know Mike Jabate, how people joke him, CDC threw him around like a little football, but yet he tired with George Weah. He came on today on his show, or yesterday, whatever it was, and blasted the president, telling the president that if he doesn't punish this guy, he's in bed with him. Because right now, they are on sanction, and George Weah still moving around with these people. So what more proof do we need that our president is in bed with these criminals? What more proof do we need? We don't need no more proof. But Liberian people, in my next topic, which is coming on in a few minutes, we have deep obligations to our country. And I'm going to reiterate these points in my next issue. Because this issue, I just want to deal with this low-down leadership and governance apparatus we have right now in our country. It's not serving us. It's not good for our country. It's terrible. And it's not good for our future because it's sending up a wrong message to our children. And this is the time for us to take back our nation and what is ours. Our luta continue. Let me take a break and we'll be back to continue our topic. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tony Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson. I'm on Broad Street this morning at the Island Restaurant. It's a Jamaican-owned restaurant that has been here in Providence for a little while, I think. But before me, I have the proprietor. Good morning, sir. Could you tell us your name and how long this restaurant has been here?
I'm Ricky. We've been here over 5-6 years. Me and my wife. We started out a Jamaican restaurant, Caribbean. We're in front of 3 high schools, and we did burgers and fries, and that's now one of the most popular items here, like burgers and fries. So all the kids from the high school, they come here after school for lunch and then after school. So this place is packed during the day with kids.
So you get a lot of support for the community.
Yeah.
Well, I want to wish you the best, and we'll spread your news about this restaurant further, so probably your clientele will increase.
Thank you for that.
Nice meeting you, Ricky.
Thank you.
And have a good day.
You too.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Tony Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Today I'm at Tufts Market on Charles Street and Ledge Street in Providence, Rhode Island. I'm here with the proprietor. Sir, could you kindly tell us your name and how long this business has been here?
My name is Tunde. I've been in business here for the past almost 35 years.
Wow. And what kind of support have you received from the community, especially the African community?
Yeah, it's a good question. The community has been supporting us, been patronizing us. Basically, if you come here, you want to get the best of Africa, this is the right place to come. Tufts Market, 611 Shah Street, Providence, Rhode Island.
Well, thank you very much. I'm sure we're going to spread the news and people will see your business, and I hope more people come to support you.
I really appreciate that, and thank you for coming. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Well, Liberia Patriots, our 1980 revolution, People's Revolution, was only suspended. It was never concluded. It started, Joe came and suspended it. We went through the military phase. Then from there, we went into a civil war phase. Our revolution was suspended when Marcus Matthew them lost to the military. So we have to reignite the spirit of our 1980 revolution. Because of that revolution, our country lost so many people. The coup took so many people. Joe got there during his regime. So many people were killed and disappeared. After that, we had a civil war, a prolonged civil war that we're still suffering from. Since that war, our country has never gotten back to where we, the people, have fought to put it. We're still led by people who put in the desires over the desires of the Liberian people. And that's not right. I lost family people. I lost everything I had. My father, my house, my clothes, everything I lost because I was running for my life. But I believed that there was a need for a revolution in our country. As young as I was, I didn't follow backwards and step by step. But I was in school, and I knew our country had to change for the masses of our people to rise to a better standing for our nation and ourselves. We had to change because we're under this nepotistic system. We're under this false system of democracy, which we still under today. It just got worse than what it was before. At least we had some semblance of a wholesome functioning society. But now everything is just broken down and we can't see it. If we can't see it, then we're still blind and caught up in the foolishness that deterred our revolution. We were on a path to a revolution. Nearly 1 million Liberians have died from 1980 to this very day. More than 1 million Liberians. Because we lost 200,000 during the war. How many did we lose during Ebola? How many did we lose to rampant killings and all the negative things? We lost more than 1 million Liberian people right now. And that's not right. Everything in our country is not right. It's just not right. Because we, the people, have to regain our consciousness of who we are. Right now, we haven't regained our consciousness from the war. We're still backwards. Right now, the older folks have died. We got a lot of young children who never understood where our country was before the war. They just know our country from the war. So they don't know the blessings that God had given us before 1990. They don't know it. Only a few of us can say, yes, we live in a country that we enjoyed one time. You know, despite our differences and problems, people could say, yes, our country was peaceful and happy. We can't say that no more. We can't say that no more. And that's not right. That's because we have lost our consciousness. When you lose the consciousness of who you are and where you come from and where your destiny is, you have nothing to return on to. You have nothing to turn on to. So we have to regain our consciousness of where we were before the war. On the revolutionary path we were on before the war. How we want to change corruption, how we want to change stealing, how we want to change nepotism, how we want to change all the negative that we kill those people on the pole for. We kill people to stop this thing. And we still kill each other to stop it. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. It's time for us to regain our consciousness as a people and as a nation and move forward into a more positive light of nationhood. We can't continue on this path. It's not good for us. It's not right for us. It's not productive for us. It's not futuristic for us. It will keep us back. We must rise up conscious. That's why we need a voice. And that's why I want to be that voice for y'all. I'm not talking about all the petty things in Liberia. No, my idea is to point out the issue and teach you how we can move from the negative to the positive. That's why you see I'm not dealing with news coming from Liberia. Yes, I deal with it to a certain extent, then I'm done with it. Then we have to look at the positive aspect of our lives, of our collective living. What does it mean to us to change all the things we need to change, to give us the opportunities and advantages to move our lives in a more positive and better direction? We got to act together. If we don't act together, our country will die, will fail. And that's why we got people to do news. We got consultants to bring us the news and all the other issues. We got people to bring us interviews and things, yes, in our community, but we need teachers. And this is where I step to the plate, to teach you what we need as a people to form ourselves in a more progressive and different direction. The two things I told you we need to do. One, we need to settle our mentalities, regain our focus. Right now, we have no focus. We have too many children that don't know our history. We have too many elderly people that even though they know our history, they see the opportunity to steal and get rich at the expense of our young children, our blind children. Then we got the other people that don't want to do nothing. They just want to live, and they had enough of the violence. They don't want to get involved with nothing no more. But for those of us who see the need to educate our society more, to raise the consciousness of our people to a level where we all work together in unison to change the negative things in our society, despite where the chips may fall. Because people got to get hurt. People got to go to jail. People got to be disciplined. We cannot change our country without setting down rules and laws and showing that we mean it by punishing people and putting them in jail. That's the only way we show we mean it. Because if we just make laws and laws and laws, and all the laws, we just bullshit with the laws, bullshit with laws, we don't punish nobody, we don't put nobody in jail. What are you just making laws? It ain't going to benefit us. So we got to change our mentalities. We got to look for the leadership that will provide us the kind of discipline that we need. Because our whole country corrupt. Everybody that come to help us, we say, oh, the man, he come there, he American. Look, people say that to me. When I try to tell people in my community, this is not right. We need, oh, man, you the American man. You're the white man. You know, we got to change that mentality. It's not a white man mentality. It's what is right and what is just and what is fair. If you want to think that white man mentality, then think it. But if it benefits all of us and give all of us an equal footing, then it can't be just for the white man. It got to be something that benefits us. It's a societal element, and we got to use it to our advantage. But we got to change our mentalities. And we got to know that in order for our mentalities to change, we ourselves got to take hits too. We got to lose certain things too. Because all of us involved in it. And we must change. The people who call it for the change must be the people who start taking the hits. Say, okay, we'll do away with this. We'll sacrifice this. We don't need this. When you start setting that example for yourself, then you call other people. They can look at you and say, oh, this brother is truthful. He's standing for what he said. We'll follow him. Other people will follow you. But if you tell us one thing and you do another thing, you're deceiving the people. And when the people see it, it's the same old 6 and 7 game. You see? And that's why they kill leaders like Patrick Lumumba and all the people that are serious because they came and they saw and they said we can do it and they started implementing it. And people who didn't believe what they were saying, when they saw him implementing and other people following and the thing that they were doing coming to fruition, teaching the nation, people got scared of him then. Instead of joining him, they got scared. They wanted to get rid of him. But that's what happens in every society, in every niche of our world. You know, some people don't like changes. They hate changes, whether it's good for them or not, because they don't trust that things will change, that things will turn out like you say it will. But when you believe in yourself and when we come together, collectively believing that we can do it, and you believe in the leaders that you got, because they have proven to you through their track records that they don't fail, that they think things are good, they don't just jump out and do things, that they know that whatever decisions they make will impact the lives of the people that follow them. Then you know those are good leaders. But when a leader just go and talk foolishness and talk about himself, and you forget that you leaders of thousands of people, that what you say and do don't only impact you and your family, but impact the lives and the safety and security of thousands of people. If you don't know that, then you can't lead people. Because when you're a leader, everything under your watch is in your care. And you don't know how to handle it. And that's why Ellie Johnson Sally failed. She failed because she didn't know the extent of her power over Liberian men. Yes, we believe in women leading us. Yes, we believe in some aspect of equality in Liberia. Our society has always been like that. But women cannot lead us. Because we gave you authority to share leadership with us to a certain point, it only goes to a certain point. Then the woman can't go control us. We are Africans. And if you forget that we are Africans, you have failed. Our people are Africans. They will accept women rule so far and no more. If you don't have a strong man with you that can make the other men understand where you're coming from, you will not make it. Amos Sawyer then went strong. Burma Famula then went strong. Those are the same people from 1980 that destroy our country. Those are the same criminals they say they were Barkers, Mafi, and all that. They were the people that caused our revolution to be suspended because they couldn't come together as men. They couldn't think on what they wanted to do for our country. All of them wanted to lead Liberia at the same time, and all of them couldn't lead. And that's what happened today. All the people that should be coming together to plan the progress and advancement of our country, all of them want to lead. And when everybody want to lead, then you have no unison of ideals. You have no unison of strengths. You have no unison at all because everybody fighting for themselves and everybody can't lead. Everybody cannot lead at the same time. And this is what happened to our country. It just boils down to sheer greed, selfishness, egotistic behaviors, selfishness, egocentric too. And this was killing our nation today. Because the men that were supposed to be standing up and speaking with one voice are not speaking with one voice. They want to join the rogues. They see people stealing. They say, oh, I'm being left out. There's not time to steal too, so they won't go there and steal too. And it's killing us. And they can't continue. They can't continue. That's why I'm not a newsman. I'm an educator. I listen to the news. I see the political landscape. I bring it to my people. And I tell them what we can do to change these things. What we can do to make all of us unite as one people with one dream, with one direction. Right now, Walker, Cummings, Uri, all the people can lead Liberia. They're not real political scientists. I'm a political scientist. And besides that, I'm a military man too. So I know leadership and I know politics. Okay? I know politics and political science, because political science is not politics. Political science facilitates the political system in our country. It helps to facilitate it, because we got people who study the ideals of community, society, people, behaviors, and all those kind of things. Those are social sciences. Okay? We all study. When we study those things and we come in the realm of leadership, we understand what all of this is about. So that is why it's good when you have somebody who is educated in the sciences and educated in the military aspect, because we need that. We need both of those in our country. Our people need to be disciplined. Our people need to learn to follow laws and order, rules. And who can do it better than a military man? Because there's time you can't joke. When you say this must be done, it must be done. But we also need people who understand government and governance and good leadership. Not to say the military people can't do that, but the scientific people, the scientists are trained in that area specifically to guide the civilian society. Civilian society is different from military society. So you need civilians to deal with courts, to deal with regulations, to deal with all those kind of things that are more civil, other than military realm, that don't have law and order, that everything is order. There's debate, there's reasoning, there's connection. In the military, everything is law and order. Everything flows down from order. So that would differentiate the military society from the civil society. But we need both of these in Liberia right now, because our society is so bad off, man. The criminality, the social life is so terrible that we need a man who understands discipline, rule of law, correcting behavior. That's my forte. Then we need the other people on the other side who are social scientists, all of that. That's my forte too. I'm a lawyer. I'm practically knowledgeable of everything in society. Go to law school, you see that. So I'm just saying all of this to say that we must change our mentalities. We must strive to work together as a people to unify ourselves. We're too divided. This tribalism, this sectionalism, this ethnocentrism, got to stop. We got to tone it down. We are one people and one nation, and we must set our priorities as such. And nothing else can deter us if we make up our minds to do what we must do. Why? Because our fathers and forefathers and leaders have told us from time immemorial, in unity, success is sure. We cannot fail. Aluta, continua. My class is done. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll continue this topic to free our country from the rogues, the bandits, and the negative people who try to keep us down time and time and time and time again. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Lieutenant Commander Glapohkpa Chesson, and welcome to my show. This morning, I'm at Toyin African Restaurant in Providence, Rhode Island, with the proprietor. Ma'am, could you kindly tell us your name and when you started this business?
My name is Toyin Bankole. This business started in the year 2020 during the pandemic period time. That is when this place was found, and then we started gradually. Now today here we are in Toyin African Restaurant on Broad Street, number 45 Central Street.
So it's a bit, I know you just started and you're dealing with the whole Rhode Island community. What about the African community? Do the people know about you?
Yeah. Some African communities have known us, so we are still introducing ourselves to the community so that they can know us better.
So what would you like to say to people on my show?
Yeah, I would like to say hi to everyone, my African people, both Liberia, Nigeria, Senegal, those all parts of Africa that are coming to eat here. It's not only Africa. We see a lot of white people trying to eat this my egusi soup with pounded yam. We eat like this. Some will come here, I teach them how to eat this. They will come here, they will use the left right to cut the fufu and use the right hand to make soup. No, I tell them no, this is how to cut the fufu. Then you put the pounded yam, not fufu. It's pounded yam, you put it in egusi soup, then you swallow. And it's very beautiful.
Well, thank you very much. I will spread the news around, let the people know about your restaurant. I had cassava leaf and rice here, were very delicious. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to Dorian African Restaurant at 45 Central Street in Providence, Rhode Island, right behind the Dunkin' Donuts on Broad Street. You can't miss it. So, thank you very much again, and good luck with your restaurant.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That's my show for this morning. I see you all tomorrow morning. Take heed and govern yourselves according to safety first. Have a good morning and aluta continua.